divided it up. And,
That was me. Mhm.
I got something like 2,200 a year.
Hmm.
Oh my God. 2,200 a year.
You know.
Well,
Yeah.
did Helen do the same thing? Did she go to business school too?
No, she worked for Niagara Mohawk,
Hmm.
Oh,
and she made a little bit more. They paid better. She had maybe made a couple dollars a week more than I did.
Wow. But you didn't have a car.
No,
You just used, what transportation did you use to get to and
buses.
from your buses?
Yeah, well, to Pine Camp, the bus service wasn't that good. I got a ride with a girl that I knew that had a car,
hmm.
and she used to pick me and another woman up on the downtown Watertown and take us to Pine Camp.
Well, did 2,200 a year, did that feel comfortable?
Yeah, I saved money too.
Wow.
And you ate out all your meals?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
Wow.
I saved money, and the year that they started taking income tax out of our wages, out of our paychecks, and at the end of the year, I owed income tax,
Oh,
believe
Crazy.
it or not.
wow.
And I had all my savings, which was probably under $100.
Oh,
I
Oh,
had to give them all that to the IRS.
oh, that's
And
That's
boy,
That's horrible. That hurt.
and after that, they,
Fair.
you know, they had,
Oh my gosh.
that's, you know,
So
That's
you
wrong.
remember when they started income tax, and that was when you were at Pine Camp, huh?
and before that,
Yeah.
there was no income tax?
yeah. Before that, no, if they said you got $18 a week, you got $18.
Wow.
yeah. Well, I just did the math, and $2,200 a year is about $42 a week. So that's quite a jump from $18.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
And then
That's-
later on, they started taking Social Security out too.
Oh my
I
God.
can remember that. I don't know when that was.
so that was
Yeah.
$1.05 an hour. You were making $1.05 an hour.
Mhm.
oh my gosh.
Well, when we started working, minimum wage was less than $1 an hour, wasn't it?
No, I
Like
remember
$1.50.
when I was working, it was $1.65.
Yeah, I remember $1.65.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's what it was.
How do I get rid of this big white thing that's covering up your faces? This
Just
meeting
say-
is being
there's a-
recorded.
There's a blue box that says "Got it."
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I would start recording this because it was interesting conversation.
Well, I just sent you all the link to the Jefferson County Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I see that.
So Mom,
Yeah,
you can-
I heard about the new name for the dome.
Oh,
already-
yeah.
I've
What
already
is
forgotten
it?
it.
I don't even know what it is.
What is it?
I knew it's no longer the Carrier Dome, but I don't know
No,
what that
It
it's-
was
is.
so interesting reading about it, this company.
Well, I had to look it up. They have an office in
yeah.
Boulder, Colorado. They're international. It's 3 letters, JM something.
Yeah,
There's a
They make-
W,
AMC, JMK.
They
Oh, I'll have
make,
to look it up.
what's the word I'm looking for? They make devices for use for Wi-Fi. In fact, they do like Wi-Fi in big spaces and big office buildings and
Mm.
big places.
But they
like
say
Carrier
it's
Dome.
like it's like the largest company in the world to do that, or the something like that. Most
And the
prominent.
headquarters are in Clay, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I
very
never heard of it. I never heard of it.
And everyone said, they're bringing, 200 jobs to the area. And
Hmm.
so it's kind of interesting. I mean, I'm sure everyone's just going to call it the dome, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Syracuse
Yeah.
Dome, SU Dome.
It's kind of interesting to have that recognition. You know, they're doing things for Syracuse. Carrier took its jobs away, right?
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so they get name recognition because they're
Yes.
making a big gift. They get name
Yes.
recognition. But I think they're also probably doing the Wi-Fi for that space.
Yes.
So they'll get paid for that,
Mm.
Yeah. It was very interesting to read about that.
unless it's in kind
Where'd
gift.
was that on Syracuse.com or?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it in Syracuse.com.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read that today.
Hey, Mom, when you and Helen were living in that, a boarding house in Watertown, did you have like a little kitchen? Or was
No.
it just, it was
No,
just a bedroom
yeah,
that you shared?
yeah. It's a
So
big
that's why-
room.
So you couldn't cook
many-
at all?
How many other people lived in that house?
Just this one woman, Mrs.
Oh.
Peck. She was an elderly lady. Her husband had died. And she lived there by herself with a little dog.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hmm. But that was a pretty common thing to do, right? For people to rent out rooms.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Did they charge you by the week?
Yeah, $5 a week.
Hmm.
Wow. $5.
What can you get for $5?
Housing for $5 a week.
Housing for $5 a week.
So my share was $2.50.
Oh, yeah, right, 250. I got a deal.
Oh, so that included utilities, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
heat, hot water, you know,
Hot water and
Well, we had the use of the
electricity.
bathroom.
yeah.
use of the bathroom.
What a
How long
deal.
did you and Helen live there?
Well, she lived there until she got married. And I lived there until I moved to Syracuse.
Do you remember the address?
254 Flower Avenue West.
Flower Avenue West,
Yeah. No, it was 154. Yeah, 154.
154
Flower
in
Avenue West.
Watertown?
So weird you can remember that.
I know.
I can't believe you can remember that, Mom.
I know.
But I mean, like, how long did you live there? 2 years?
Oh, let's see. It was more like 4 or 5, I think.
Oh,
Wow. To live so long in a place with no kitchen.
so
Oh,
Mom,
yeah,
I'm gonna send, Mom, I'm gonna email you the link to the Google Street View. There's a picture of the house there.
Okay.
So you just had to go out for breakfast every morning, right?
I didn't eat breakfast.
You didn't.
You didn't always eat toast with jelly?
No.
I thought that
I
always.
went to work. I had to take 2 buses to get to work.
Wow.
And no breakfast? How did you do that?
Well, I had a pretty good lunch,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
but we had coffee at work, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Gee. That was kind of tough, Mom.
I didn't think anything of it. I didn't mind.
It looks like a nice house.
Now they call it intermittent fasting.
Yeah,
I know. I know.
Intermittent fasting, yeah.
right.
I mean, those are the days. I remember you said that sometimes you would just bring it when you were going to the school, the 1-room schoolhouse, and they had the stove, the pot-bellied stove there, and you'd bring a potato
Mhm,
Yeah.
No,
on the stove, and by lunchtime it was cooked and you just ate it.
Yeah.
mhm.
no.
That was lunch.
The teacher
Which
used
actually
to,
potatoes are very healthy. You know, they have vitamin C and they're good for you.
the teacher would have salt and pepper shakers and butter. She'd keep butter.
Oh, nice. Hmm.
So
Sounds
cute.
good. Sounds really good.
Easy to pack your lunch. Here's potato.
Did anybody bring sweet potatoes?
I don't think so. Sweet potatoes weren't very common back in those days.
I don't feel like we even had them much growing up.
No.
Like only
we
for-
just-
Thanksgiving. Well,
just
for
didn't- I don't know why, but
I don't know why either. And there's so much
Oh,
healthier.
we eat them.
Yeah,
Eat them all the time,
We
constantly.
do too. We do too. We just had it the other
Yeah.
day.
It's like a staple.
I
Mhm.
know. I get, because I get
Yeah.
tired of plain, regular potatoes, but
Mhm.
I love sweet
I don't
potatoes.
think regular potatoes are that healthy, really. But
No,
I
they
love
are.
potatoes.
Actually, potatoes are very good for you. They have, fiber, and they do have a lot of minerals in them, and they're high in vitamin C. So you can like combat scurvy if you bring potatoes on shift.
Yeah, and you should eat the peels too.
Mhm.
You know,
I like the peels.
not if you're having mashed potatoes, but if you have a
even
baked
with mashed
potato,
potatoes, okay to have a little
I
peel.
like peels in my mashed potatoes.
I do too.
you
I do
do?
too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't, I never had.
If it's just for me and Dominic and I'm cooking potatoes, I'll scrub them real good and, take off any bad spots, but I'll leave them up. He
Yeah,
likes them.
'cause
He likes
that's where a lot of the nutritional stuff is.
Yeah.
right.
in the
That's what they
peel.
say. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. So did you guys, like in your room that you rented,
Those
did you
are-
have
were
like a
the good old
radio?
days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
have-
we had a radio.
Mhm.
Was it a tabletop radio or a console?
No, just a little
Little
tabletop
tabletop one.
radio. Mhm.
For entertainment.
Do you remember what brand?
No.
No. Was it a Zenith or?
Our room had a couple of dressers and it was unusual. It had a little sink in the corner.
Oh,
Oh, you were lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we were right next to the bathroom anyway.
Mhm.
Mhm.
did you have dinner? You didn't have dinner with the homeowner?
No,
Oh,
she used to go to Florida every winter for a couple
Oh.
months.
wow.
Oh,
We'd be there just, ourselves.
Wow.
I'm so curious, Mom. I just opened up that Google picture of that house at 154 Flower. Don't you wonder if that's the same house?
Oh,
Looks
yeah,
like
that's,
Looks like a
it's
nice
still
neighborhood.
there.
Is it?
Mom, later when you're on your Kindle, when we're done here, you can look at the email that I sent you with 154 West Flower. You can look at the
Yeah.
photograph and see. I'm sure it doesn't look exactly the same, but it looks like a nice neighborhood,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a very nice neighborhood. Yeah.
This real estate site says it's worth about 176,000 right now.
Yeah.
It looks
It
so
had
pretty.
4 bedrooms upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Built in 1930, 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom.
that's
That looks
nice.
so nice. It does.
It
It
just
looks
sold
really
last
nice.
October for 175,500.
That's
It's
It's
held
not-
its value.
It still looks like it's in good shape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It does.
The big house.
Wow.
4 bedrooms upstairs, you said, Mom,
Yeah,
and the bathroom upstairs.
yeah.
Downstairs was like a parlor.
Yeah, a living room that took the whole length of the house.
Yeah.
And like,
Wow.
so the whole half of the bottom floor was the living room.
Mhm.
And
Did
the
you get to
other
use
side
the
was-
living room?
Hmm?
Did you guys go down and use the living room and sit down there and?
No, we
No?
didn't.
Mm.
Oh,
Once in a while we go down, but only if there was some reason to go down to talk to her.
So one
Yeah.
half of the downstairs, the first floor was the living room, and the other side was like
Dining
kitchen,
room and kitchen.
dining room. Yeah. Yeah.
And she had a garage and she had a nice backyard and we used to have a badminton set that we put up in the backyard in the summertime.
fun.
Mhm.
And what was
Wow.
her name? Mrs. Peck?
Yeah, Mrs. Peck. Mhm.
Did she have children?
She had one daughter who lived in Canada.
Oh,
Her husband was a banker.
oh.
So did you get to see your parents very much to visit?
Yeah.
Well, we came home on weekends sometimes. Not so often in the wintertime.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and how did you get there?
Well, we take the bus to Carthage and my father would pick us up.
Oh, okay.
And then how far was that? The bus to
And
the
then
farm?
from Carthage, it was like, I think, 6 miles
Okay.
to the farm.
Did Grandma and Grandpa, did you have a telephone on the farm when you moved in
No,
there?
no.
Did they, do you remember when they got a phone? Before you moved to Syracuse?
How did they know to pick
I
you up?
think I was in Syracuse when they got it.
Wow,
you know.
Right, how would they know when you were, ready to get picked up?
you write a letter.
Must
Right.
have had to communicate
Yeah.
somehow.
You write a letter and say, a week from Tuesday, pick me up at 2 p.m. at the Carthage bus stop.
Right,
You know.
Can't even
A
imagine.
couple times we took the train from Carthage to Watertown. too.
Oh,
oh, fun.
That was
That's pretty
interesting.
cool.
so you ate out a lot. What kind of places were there to eat out? Just diners, small restaurants?
Well, there's one place that I really liked. It was a cafeteria. It's a
Mm.
home dairy cafeteria was the name of it.
Mhm.
And I
Oh.
liked it because, you pick out what you want.
Mhm.
That's nice. So it wasn't, it was sort of like
they-
a buffet type of style?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay, they have a Facebook page.
Really?
Are they
Oh,
still in business?
Home Dairy Company, Cafeteria and Home Food Company, Watertown. Oh, no, wait, different locations. There's Watertown though, I think. Wow.
Hmm.
No,
Like that.
I don't know if that's the same thing. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Well, it must be.
Well, with the
name
same
is the
name
same.
though, maybe
Yeah.
it's just,
Here's some photographs. Oh, and there's a picture of their plates. I gotta send this link to you.
are they Syracuse, China?
You're sending it to all of us?
Yes. It's a link to images of Home Dairy Cafeteria Watertown.
Well, okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah, they do have a Facebook page, the Home Dairy Company Cafeteria and Home Food Company.
Yeah, I wonder, yes. Is it just historical?
I don't know.
That
There
Facebook
was a
page is just the history of,
I thought it was like a chain or something.
I think it implied that. I'm
But-
There's some old
I
pictures.
I don't know.
What's the Facebook name? Home Dairy?
Home Dairy
Cafeteria.
Company, period.
Mhm.
CO, period, Cafeteria and Home Food Company.
Yeah, this is a picture of their plate with their logo on it. It says Home Dairy. It's on their Facebook page. I gotta wonder if it's Syracuse, China. Someone
Oh.
found this plate on eBay. Yeah, there's a
That's cute.
Binghamton Home Dairy Cafeteria, Olean.
Do you remember? Oh, where'd mom go?
Cream fried cakes.
That's what I was just
factory.
gonna ask her. It says the homemade cream fried cakes is what they were famous
I
for.
went to get my Kindle.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember their homemade cream fried cakes?
No,
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Cream fried
Here's-
cake. Yeah, those are all good
And here's
things.
all the locations: Buffalo, Batavia, Rochester, Newark, Geneva, Auburn, Syracuse, Cortland, Ithaca, Binghamton, Olean, Corning. There's a lot of them. Utica.
Wow.
Yeah. Look for us near 5 and 10s. Home Dairy Company stores. Oh, this is so interesting.
It is.
It is so funny.
Yeah, all these great old photos. Wow.
I
Yeah.
know.
All the waitresses dressed with their belts, these like ties at their waist.
That's so
How
cool.
cool.
I want a fried cream cake.
I know, me too.
What is that?
I don't know, but it sounds really good.
Fried cream cake. I can't
Fried
even,
cream cake.
I can't even imagine.
Well, fried cake is a donut,
It's a
you know.
donut. Yeah,
Oh,
They call them
oh,
fried.
yeah, it's
it's
probably a
just a plain
donut.
donut.
Maybe
It's
it has
probably a
some
plain
filling.
donut.
There was no Dunkin' Donuts then.
There you
So
go.
it's donuts. Yeah,
I
Like
don't
a-
see anything that looks familiar to me
okay.
in all those pictures.
Mm. Well, there's a picture of the house on Flower Street.
Oh.
Yeah, look
I-
at that and see if that looks familiar.
Yeah,
Wow. How cool.
Home Dairy Company Cafeteria. There we go.
Watertown.
hmm.
Doesn't look familiar.
The windows are different.
Yeah,
They put in new windows.
Well,
yeah.
that would
The
make sense.
house.
But kind of the
Yeah.
same location, do you think? Maybe the framing is different.
Yes, because when you look at that sidewalk that goes up to the steps, when it comes down to a certain point, it goes in both directions.
Yeah, like a half
Well, in
circle.
that little patch of grass, in that like half of
Mhm.
around, there
Mhm.
used
Yeah.
to be a tree,
Oh,
but they apparently took the tree out.
now there's
I
a tree.
wondered why it did that. I wondered.
Now
why
Now
there's a-
there's
Oh,
a
that's
tree
funny.
in a different location.
Yeah, because why
Yeah.
wouldn't it go all the way to the sidewalk?
Right.
Yeah, why would it curve there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
On
went
both
around the
sides.
tree. That's thoughtful.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
I can see on the side there, they had a screened-in porch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Oh, lovely.
It's got to be so weird to look at this house. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
And what is the building next to it? That's huge. Like,
that doesn't look familiar at
there's
all.
got a
Huge
three-car
house.
garage. Is that a house? That's huge.
Yeah,
That probably wasn't there when you lived there. You didn't have a three-car garage. You
that's
probably
a
had a lot more.
giant, that's a very
So-
big house.
No,
How
I
old
don't
were you
think
when
that
you
was
lived there?
there.
How old were you? when you
18.
lived- 18?
Yeah,
Wow.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it has new windows since then. Very cute.
So were there other places that you ate out regularly?
Yeah, for lunch, of course, we had an hour for lunch and we would come up to the public square there where the main shopping thing, restaurants and stuff. And we used to go mostly to this one drugstore.
Oh, okay.
that
Like kind of like
had
a Woolworths setup.
It had
kind
a
of
lunch
thing.
counter
Yeah. Do
and it was really good. And we used to eat there a lot.
you remember
Like
the name of the
for lunch.
drugstore? Do you remember the name of the drugstore?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I really like that color on you, Mom. It's a nice color.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It was a rose color.
I remember eating at Woolworths when I worked at Kemper Insurance Company,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
then downtown Syracuse. Took the bus every day to work and I would go out on my lunch hour and go to Woolworths.
Yeah. When I ate at Woolworths, I was one next door to Dawes Drug Store in Northern.
Oh, yeah, at Northern
Yeah.
Light, yeah.
And I
Oh,
would eat lunch there.
My favorite thing to get was they called it a tomato melt. It was a big tomato and they sort of cut it so it fell open and they put a scoop of tuna fish in it
Hmm.
with some cheese melted on top.
yeah, I
That
remember
was my
that.
favorite thing to get for lunch.
Relatively healthy,
Yeah,
you know?
and it was fast and
Mom, was it
Mhm.
Bolton's Pharmacy?
No,
No. Okay.
I just, maybe it'll come to me later, but
Wasn't a Walgreens. Athens Pharmacy? No,
no,
that wasn't
it
a
was
Walgreens.
it wasn't a chain. It was
Yeah.
just a
A
local.
little family.
The Watertown
place.
Pharmacy?
No,
No.
Do you guys remember Mulhauser's?
Oh, I
Yes.
love them.
Oh, definitely.
It would
Wasn't
like,
that
if I had unlimited funds, I'd make a Mulhauser's back in those days.
The
I'm
ice, the
sorry.
ice cream.
That counter, the sodas.
Ice
I think
cream
it would be a hit. I think it would be really a hit.
A
and the
real
makeup counter. Oh my gosh, the
It
makeup
was
counter.
great. Yes.
I bought my first lipstick there. Helena Rubinstein, Shiny Penny. I loved it.
wow. You still remember that?
Oh,
This place.
And I wore that for years. It was sort of a dark gloss,
Mhm.
and it was called Shiny Penny by Helena Rubinstein. It was my favorite lipstick. And I got so mad when they quit making it. I thought, how can this be?
And was it
I didn't even-
Mulhauser's? Mulhauser?
yeah.
Mulhauser's?
There's no Z in it?
What?
No,
There's
I don't
no Z in
remember.
it.
I don't think so.
Mm.
I
Just
just
Google.
think it would be fantastic today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have these places down here called the Mast General Store. And it's an old timey, it's a chain now, but they don't have a lunch counter in them, but they have like a lot of old fashioned stuff. A lot of stuff like old fashioned candies and
Mm.
toys, lots of really cool
Like the
kind of
Vermont Country
toys
Store?
that we used to get at Switz's.
Yeah.
Like the
Like the
Vermont,
Brewerton Pharmacy, Pat?
Yeah.
Like the Brewerton Pharmacy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love to go in the Mass General Store because, and they have clothing too. They have like some really nice clothing. But and hats and shoes and everything. They're actually pretty big stores. You can look it up, MAST General Store,
Mm.
and they have them down south here, and they're just a really popular
Mm.
store.
Rita, if you open the Mulhauser's, Meredith and Jimmy could cook for
Yeah.
the lunch counter.
Yeah.
I know. I love that. I'd love to have we actually have a lunch counter place here. It's called Ward's Grill, and
Mm.
it had been open. I mean, I don't know when Ward's Grill opened up, but it's right next to this grocery store that they claim to be the first actual grocery store in North Carolina. It's up in Saluda. And they still butcher their own meat. And Ward's Grill next door, it's like the red and white checkerboard pattern. It's still in operation, and they have great hamburgers. They have breakfast, and they have great hamburgers and French fries, and just typical food like that. But the meat's really good, and it's a real popular place, and it's been there for like 60 years or something.
You can order stuff online from Mass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool place to go in and just walk around.
Mm.
People, I mean, there's a lot of little towns in New Jersey that have a general store too. So obviously people like them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're fun to go to. Just looking around. I mean, especially if you're our age and you just want to look at all the old. I mean, the toys are great. Little kids
Yeah.
would love stuff like that today. You know, they're inexpensive and
Mhm.
That's like Cracker Barrel has all that stuff too.
yeah, it's it's kind of
Mhm.
like that, except it's a lot bigger. But it's everything's just packed in there, and you know, it's just cool. I haven't been in one in a long time. I haven't been anywhere really much in 2 years.
Yeah, really.
But that would be fun to just go up there and walk around and go in the Mass General Store.
I just looked up toys on their website. Here's the world's smallest Lincoln Logs toy kit. Wooden
Yeah,
animal
they
magnets,
have they
children's
have good
songbook, you know.
yeah. They have good toys,
Yeah.
old-fashioned type of toys,
Slinky.
you know.
Slinky,
Yeah. A harmonica,
Yeah.
you know.
Etch-a-Sketch,
Yeah.
a rubber chicken toy. That's kind of fun.
It is. It's a fun store to go to.
Yeah,
Just takes you back, you know,
yeah.
nostalgic.
Mom, none of those cafeteria pictures ring a bell with you?
No.
Hmm.
mm,
They're from all over, you know, they had a lot of locations. They weren't specifically Watertown. I
Yeah,
imagine they were all kind of built the same way, you know, to look the same way, like a chain.
Well, the one I
looking.
went to was built into an old building that was part of,
Oh,
it was part of this big building that had a lot of other stuff in there, a lot of
Mhm.
other companies in there.
hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a different way of living, I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, Mulhauser's is gone. It's not on the World Wide Web.
It
I
was really
know.
sad when they tore it down. I couldn't believe it.
Me
Yeah.
either.
I was mad. I was like, how can they do that?
And is that when they put in the Rite Aid or something? Or?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, do you know who the Mulhausers were?
Just a family that lived in North Syracuse, I guess.
It was a great
But
store.
it was also a drugstore, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Right. They had all
Uh,
kinds of stuff.
Did you tell Sarah that our dentist is moving?
Oh, yeah, she did know. She
Or
did know
she-
that.
They told her,
They
yeah,
told
I thought they would have told her, you know, because she was telling everybody that left, you know, your next
Mhm.
appointment will be someplace else.
Okay, there's a Mulhauser's florist in Nedrow.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I just found an obituary for George Mulhauser, 1892 to 1968. I wonder if that he was
That's
75 years old.
probably the one. in
I
North
remember that
Syracuse.
name, George.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too. George Mulhauser rings a bell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't say much about him, just that he lived there, ends there, you know.
I think I'm gonna get going because I think it's
Yeah.
cool enough now. It's 84. I might be able to go for a walk.
Mhm.
Oh, what are you cooking today, Rita?
Oh, we're gonna have snappy grillers.
Mhm.
I went to
Oh,
Wegmans.
yes. Rita went to Wegmans today.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm in Syracuse when I go there.
mhm.
I'm looking forward to going to Wegmans.
I got snappy grillers. I got Marvin and I were talking about what's that mill? I got the buttermilk pancake.
Oh, yeah.
New Hope
Oh,
Mill.
yeah.
New Hope
New Hope
Mills.
Mills, yeah.
New Hope Mills.
New Hope Mills.
yeah.
I got that.
Mhm.
That was my
I
main reason.
made their buckwheat pancakes for breakfast this morning.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
I was
yummy.
debating between the buckwheat and the
I used to
buttermilk,
love buckwheat.
you know.
Yeah.
So at least they have that stuff. But I got the last package of snappy grillers. Yeah, I could have asked them, but every time I go, it's like they only have like one left, one out there.
Wow.
You know,
Well,
it's
there's
just,
probably a lot of people cooking out tonight.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fire up the grill for that, but I think I would love to try to get a little walk in. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
I want to get going. So
Okay.
Well, we're having leftovers. I made Mexican last night, so we're making tacos and burritos and salad.
I made a pasta salad and threw everything in it. That's
sounds
That
good.
sounds
my
good.
one
That
dish
sounds-
meal.
Yeah.
So,
I used to always love those.
I had soup for lunch the past 2 days. It was so chilly. Ugh,
Hard to believe, Joanne.
I
know.
know.
I know it.
Crazy.
Crazy. I just can't even wrap my head around that, you know?
I know.
It happened 3 years ago here though, 2019. We had probably even more snow, you know, broke our trees.
All right.
So what, there's 3 months in a year that it doesn't snow? June, July, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
there are
Right.
a lot of winter months where it doesn't snow very much either,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't snow at Thanksgiving and, you know, you don't have
Mhm.
snow on the ground for months at a time.
Yeah.
You know, if the snows and it lasts a week, that's a long time, you
Right.
know,
Crazy.
for snow to stick around on the ground.
Mhm.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going.
Okay, all right.
Well, I
everybody.
enjoyed this trip down memory lane. Thank
Yeah, that
you.
was-
Well,
I
Fun.
love this, and I'm glad I
reminiscing.
recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, we'll always
was
be able to
great.
go back and look at it. So it's fun.
Love you guys. Love you, Mom.
Love you all too. I'll upload this video to
Have a good
YouTube.
week, everybody.
All
All
right.
right, you
Take
too.
care.
All right, love you
Love
all.
you.
We'll talk to you
Love you
later.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.